the rice? Where did I put the rice? Where I put the rice. Hi viewers, I'm trying to find my rice. I'm not sure what I put it in. Hold on.
What's here, Mom?
Yeah, hold on. Right there. There's the onions. Hey Jessica, I gotta find the rice. Hold on.
What's here?
Right there? Oh, I found it. Okay.
What's here?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you want to say hi to Jessica?
No.
No? No? Okay. All right, so hope all is well. Hallelujah. Everything's ready except for stuff that's like in cans. So all I have to do is get it in the pan cooking a little bit, and then it'll go in the oven and just crisp up a little bit as if it's lasagna. But there's no noodles. It's just rice. It's brown rice. I'm going to make it in the rock crock so that it can just literally go right from the top of the stove. We're not going to play with that, bud. Thank you. To the oven. No, we're not going to play with the stove, okay? Hopefully we can survive this really quick. Okay. So everything's done. So we literally are going to take 2 cups of brown rice and then 1 pound of meat. I use ground turkey and ground beef mixed together. And we are going to just saute the onion and the, well, this doesn't call for peppers, but I add peppers because I like to have a lot of veggies in our meals. I would do zucchini as well, but I don't know. I don't feel like cutting that up. We're going to work with what we got here. All right, so let's just get some olive oil and the veggies going in here so that we can then add everything else. Oh my goodness. Hey Jill, what happened? You slip and fall? You're so tired. You have such a tired little baby. What happened? What happened? Were you running and you hit your head? Are you supposed to run in the house? We're not supposed to run in the house, remember? Are you alright? Do you need some ice? Can you say hi? No. You'll be alright? You'll be okay? Can we get this dinner going real quick so we can eat? Okay? No? So, tragedy's going on. I jinxed myself. Alright, so we're going to one-hand cook for the moment. So, Ricky cut everything up yesterday, thankfully. So, I'm just going to get the olive oil in here. Going. And like I said, I add peppers to this. It doesn't call for them. But we have our red onions already diced up, so we'll just get those in there. Save the rest of them for another meal for later this week. The nice thing about the rock crock from Pampered Chef is that it actually will help to cook everything pretty quick. So then Ricky cut up, would you like a pepper please? Well, you can't eat a pepper with that in your mouth. No. How are you going to eat? Okay, here, I'll set it down. Here. You don't want any? I thought you wanted to. Okay. You can't figure out what to do? Eat the pepper or what to do with that? Alright, so we're just going to dump most of these peppers in. It's okay. There's still more. It's okay. There's still more for you to eat. So we've got those going. No, don't touch. No, that's hot. Another one? Yummy? Well, those are hot. Mommy saved the others, okay? Okay, that's why we're not going to touch it. I'm going to use a spoon. All right, so then it calls for tomato, or it calls for spaghetti sauce in a jar, but I don't use jarred spaghetti sauce ever. So I'm going to add 2 cans of diced tomatoes and probably 1 to half to 1 can of tomato paste. And then I'm going to add just a little water, and that will make the sauce, because you can just use tomato paste and make your sauce that way of spaghetti sauce. So that way we eliminate the added sugars and extra sodium that way. Tomato sauce in a can actually has added sugar as well, so that's why I go with just go with the straight tomato paste. This only has 4 grams of sugar in it. Would you like to go sit at the table and eat your peppers? Well, Mommy can't keep holding you. You're very heavy. So the only reason this goes in the oven is once you get everything mixed together, then you just put a little ricotta cheese and mozzarella cheese on it, and then you just melt the cheese. So, can I put you at the table here?
No!
You need to sit at the table if you want to keep eating. Go get a bowl to put the peppers in, please. Let's get a bowl. Here. Hey, Sarah. Hey, everyone. Here. Sit, please, and eat the peppers. I can't keep holding you. You're too heavy, okay? You're too heavy, bud. You need to go lay down. You need to go lay down. Well, I can't keep holding you. You're too heavy. Hey. Just sit right here then. There you go. Sit on your blankie. Hey, Ashley. Alright, so I'm just, so I'll show you what we have, and then this should... So we're just sauteing up the red onion, which I prefer red onion over white onion. It's sweeter. I think it adds a nice flavor. So we've got our onion and our peppers in here. I'm sneezing all day, so bear with me on that. So the thing about the rock crock, so pretty, eat the rainbow, right? You got to keep liquid in there so it doesn't burn. So we have just the onions, the olive oil, and the pepper. And now we'll add, there is fresh garlic that this calls for, so I am going to probably put that in there. I haven't decided yet how adventurous I want to be with this. He took his peppers in there. Oh well, I guess there's worse things that could be on the carpet. Not going to fight that battle right now. So we're just going to add the diced tomatoes in there, and I'm going to turn down this so it doesn't burn. Because now that it's been on for a little bit on high, it's really starting to heat around the side. So it'll start to keep everything warm, so things will start to burn on the side if I don't keep the sauce water in there on the bottom. So I actually have some, I was going to do stewed tomatoes, but I don't feel like doing with that, so I'm going to do 1 more can of diced tomatoes. So what I did is on Sunday I cooked the ground turkey and ground beef together, 2 pounds, so we could use half for this meal and half for the Mexican lasagna that I make. So that way we're using everything up, and the ricotta cheese is from what I made last week, and I can't even remember. Oh, what is the ricotta cheese? Whatever I made, I can't even remember. Oh, I made the spaghetti squash. So that is, I made the spaghetti squash, and that's what I use that for. So I'm just reusing the ingredients that are left over so that we don't waste food and don't throw things out. Alright, so I just rinse these out with water, and then we'll just open up the tomato paste, and then we'll add in the meat and the rice and mix it together. Can you please not put your peppers in your toys, please? That's not where they go. You made a new cup. Can you just eat them, please?
I make a new cup now.
Yeah, what's your new cup? Let me see. That's your new cup for your peppers? Now are you happy you say hi to everyone? Yeah? Oh, see, good thing he didn't really hurt his head. He was fine. All right, hey Abby. Okay, so we've got 2 cans of diced tomatoes, a bunch of peppers, and probably 1 full red onion. Please don't spit at me. That's not nice. We don't do that. So I'm going to add just half of a can of tomato paste. Oh, please. Ooh, that was not a good idea. So he was trying to eat the peppers off the floor and he fell on the floor because that's not a good idea to put the peppers on the floor and to eat off the floor. Not a good idea. Please? Like, this is what he's doing. Yeah, I'm glad you got them all gone. Oh, there's one right there. I forgot what I was going over here to get. It's right there. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Hey Jen, you just missed Kaden eating peppers off the floor. Okay. This is how I modify this recipe, and I just add more veggies to it. So like I said, I've got a bunch of peppers in there. It's probably 2 to 3 peppers. I had Ricky cut up a lot for dinner this week. We usually go through 6 peppers or more a week. And that's why I need to grow them this summer. And 2 cans of diced tomatoes, half a can of tomato paste, and then probably 1 red onion. Smaller red onion. So just getting that going in there. And I think that's a good like consistency. So I may not add the rest of the tomato paste. Good job.
Oh, the other one not on it.
I know, I'll fix it when I'm done cooking, okay? I will, but it takes a little bit of work to fix it. I can't fix it right now. Kaden the rock star. Okay, so the other nice thing I like to do about tomato paste is I don't feel bad if I don't use all of it. So that's why it's nice to stock this instead of tomato sauce. A lot of times you don't use all tomato sauce and you throw it out. If I do use stuff with tomato sauce, hey Liz, then I will try and do another recipe later the week. So if I use tomato sauce for this, I'll make like 21-day fixed buffalo chicken wing pizza to use up the tomato sauce. Okay, so we've got this cooking, and I'm going to get half of the meat in there. So here's the meat. This calls for sausage, but I always just like to use ground beef for it. I think it's easier, and this is a mix of ground beef and ground turkey. So I'm just going to use about half of this, so the other half is for our other dinner this week. I don't usually cook the ground beef and turkey up ahead of time, but I just had time to do it, so I figured it was fine to just get it done. So I'm going to add, now that I added that in, I'll show you how I'm pretty sure it needs a little more water to make the paste into more of a sauce. And then I probably will add the rest of the tomato paste in and the rice. And then we just do the cheese and the seasonings and it's ready to go in the oven. Daddy's on, does dance studio duty on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so that's where he is. Please don't spill the water. Hayden, did you pour the water on the clothes?
Yeah, on the floor.
Oh my goodness, this is why you cannot have this. No more water bottle. And he poured the water bottle on the clean clothes. Good thing they can just go back in the dryer. Okay, can you come get a towel so you can clean up your mess? Please? Here you go. Here's your towel. Here. Don't drink the water out of the carpet. Okay, so this calls for 2 cups of rice. I'm pretty sure that's what I have left from making dinner rice last night. It's about 2 cups, but that's all we have, so it's going to go in here. And this is instead of the, instead of any kind of pasta, you use brown rice. You can vouch that this is so good. And you don't even miss the like, I don't know the last time I had actual lasagna with pasta. I had the spaghetti squash. That was good. So we just get this all mixed in. And I'm going to get the garlic going. Just got to crush that up and get the seasonings. You can have water in a cup that you can't spill. Now how did you fall? Okay, you don't need it then.
No. Take it out.
Take what out? The water goes in here. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with you. Why you're just so tired. All right. Hey guys, Ashley and Andy are on here.
Oh, like it.
You what? You like it or you don't like it? You like this. All right, so I'll show you where we're at right now. All right, so this is it. So it's whatever meat you want. 2 cups of brown rice. I add peppers. I added 2 cans of diced tomatoes and a can of tomato paste and water, and some red onions. Were sauteed up the red onions and the peppers before I added everything else. And then we're just gonna put some ricotta cheese in here and some mozzarella cheese as soon as we do the seasonings and get it in the oven. And that's it. So my one hand cooking adventure. Oh, you tired? You want to go lay down in your crib? Yes? No? Not yet? It's really too early to go to bed. Mommy has to shred some cheese. Yeah? So my lasagna used to consist of a lot of cheese. Oh, thanks, Roz. Yep, exactly how a 2-year-old is, right? Yeah. So, you want to go night-night? What? You ready to go lay down? I'll go lay you down. You're not wanting to go night-night? Okay, I didn't think so. Can you go watch your show while Mommy finishes, please, so we can eat? He already ate. See, that's why. He was starving. He's just been so hungry, he'll probably eat this too. Growing boy, right? Right? Can you say hi to Roz? No? Can't say hi to Ashley? Say hi to Greg?
No.
Hi, Nicole?
No.
No? All right. Can Mommy finish, please? Can you just rest on the floor with your blankie? Yeah, here. I'll cover you up, okay? There you go. Oh, okay. You don't have to use the other blankie. All right. So we just are going to get the seasoning in here. You know, I think it'll be okay without some crushed garlic. It'll survive. I do believe that most recipes taste a little better when you do the fresh garlic, but we're just going to go with garlic powder. So it calls for garlic, oregano, Italian seasoning. Be careful, Kaden. Alright, so we get the Italian seasoning in there. Closing it for me, please. Thank you. And then with the oregano. So it's a half cup or half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, half teaspoon of oregano. I do way more than that because by adding the veggies and the diced tomatoes, and it's not seasoned tomato, you know, spaghetti sauce, you gotta just add more seasonings. Hey Todd, and then since it calls for 3 cloves of garlic, I'm literally gonna dump the garlic in there, and I'll show you. Alright, I just loaded it with the Italian seasoning and the oregano and then the garlic powder. So we'll just get that going in there. I'm really tempted not to use the mozzarella cheese and just to use the ricotta since that's done. But we can shred some up really quick because that has to be used or it's going to go bad. So again, about 2 cups of rice, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, as many peppers as you would like, about 1 red onion, ground beef, ground turkey. I got them mixed together in here, and then tomato paste and water. And any meal like this that you make without it coming out of a box is going to be better than whatever you can make at home out of your ingredients that aren't processed. Hey Todd. So I'm just wanting this to really simmer in the top of the stove for a second so that it cooks the peppers all the way before we get it in the oven. And that's a nice thing about this rock crock is this rock crock goes right in the oven. So you can make this like lasagna as much as you want with layering it. And then putting the cheese in the middle, and if you're not necessarily, you know, doing the portions of the 21-day fix, then you can put more cheese in it. And then usually what I do for myself is I make sure a side of it's for me. I'm actually going to eat this without any cheese for the most part. I think I'm just going to do avocado on it because I have avocado to use up. Alright, let me get the ricotta cheese. Don't put that, that's dirty. I do have Parmesan that I need to use up as well, so I never buy pre-shredded cheese, but I have needed to use this for a couple meals, so I bought it, and it's the good stuff, so it's been okay, and it's lasted a while. Got it. Oh, Kaden, you started the dishwasher? The dishes were clean. Well, now you gotta leave it alone. Now they'll be extra clean. Nope, you can't open it when it's going. Please don't start the dishwasher. That's not nice. You can't open it. It's going. There's water in there. You already started it. Now it has to go. Thank you. I gotta make a little room here to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and combine the pre-cut onions and the rest of the peppers for dinner tomorrow or Thursday, because that is going to be Mexican lasagna, and that is made with a bunch of diced tomatoes. Hey, Angela. So, like, alright. So cut up all your veggies ahead so everything is ready to go. Cook your meat ahead, and then that way you kind of, like, if Kaden or someone was here that didn't like onions or peppers, I could have made 2 different sauces for those that don't like different things. So now I'm ready to come home tomorrow night and make the Mexican lasagna because the rest of the ground beef / turkey mix and the onions and peppers are all cut up and ready to go. So the latecomers, he poured like water bottle on all the clean clothes. So I gotta go put those back in the dryer. Kaden, please don't hit things with your broom. That's not nice. Keep it on the floor, please. So I love cutting up. I always buy not shredded. Like I said, I don't like to buy pre-shredded. So I'm gonna go with. I always go with mozzarella cheese that needs to be shredded. It's better for you. It lasts longer. It's not processed with things to make it last in a bag. So I'm just going to shred this up with my awesome cheese grater from Pampered Chef that I love so dearly. And then we'll get this in the oven. And then it's basically ready to eat. So if there's things that people won't eat in your family, you can totally, make some of this separate. Make a sauce that doesn't have the peppers and onions and make one that does. If they don't like diced tomatoes, then use the, tomato paste and water and season it up. So there's just smooth sauce. There's a lot of options for, I was so picky and I didn't eat anything growing up. I mean, I wish I would have. I probably wouldn't have struggled with my weight my whole life. But thankfully, Kaden loves peppers, as those of you who were here in the beginning saw that he was eating them up. So at least now he's eating things young that he can, keep eating as he... What do you say? Okay. So it doesn't even call for a lot of Parmesan cheese, or for a lot of cheese. It's just a little bit, so that it just has a little extra flavor to it. But I am going to use the ricotta all the way up, and ricotta is actually a better cheese for you to eat. One more piece, okay? And that's it, Mr. Cheese Man. Here. That's good. Cheese monster Kaden. Alright, so I just shredded up the mozzarella cheese. This is your last piece of it right there. No more, please. Alright, so I'll get this in the oven. It smells like it's seasoned really well. You could use fire roasted diced tomatoes. Oh, I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. And actually, I'm going to show you guys a trick with a lot of tomatoes, and it's a little, it can get kind of acidic, and in the past I would always use sugar, but you actually can use a little bit of maple syrup to cut the acid. So I just have, it has to be pure though, not like Aunt Jemima's, it has to be pure. I did order the Tupperware things that will stop me from having to heat this under hot water. So I'm just going to add a little bit of maple syrup to that. This one tastes a little bit like vanilla, so we'll give it a little flavor. And then a little bit of cayenne pepper, just for a little spice. Cayenne pepper and hot sauce are really good for you, help with your metabolism. So I just do a few shakes. Kaden just ate the spicy chili that my uncle made, and he just said, dinner's spicy tonight. Ooh, sorry, I just spit. So all day I've been sneezing, and I feel like this cold coming. It's not good. That's all the cheese you're getting until we have dinner, please. Yes. No, thank you. Do not reach up there, please. No, thank you. That's it. I gave you a really big piece of cheese. That is it, Kaden. That's it. That's it. No more.
Come here, Mom. Come here.
All right, so just make sure I have all that stirred in. Oh, I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt and a little bit of pepper. Where's the pepper? What's wrong with the pepper, Kaden? No pepper? Aren't you going to put it in? I can't put it in the food?
No, it's spicy.
This isn't spicy. This is the good pepper that you like on your food. Can you put it in, please?
No. No, it's spicy.
Can you put it in, please?
Spicy.
It's not spicy. This is just black pepper.
Not spicy. No. No.
It's fine. You already ate. You had your chili.
No.
You don't like my shirt? You don't like the sparkles?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to add a little bit more garlic.
No.
This is not spicy, Kaden.
Not spicy.
No, and a little bit more oregano. Like I said, I make a lot more of this so that we have the leftovers by adding all the tomatoes and the salt, the peppers. We will do milk after. Where's your binky? Is it in the living room? Go look. Or is it underneath your towel? I mean your oh, this is not the one that you just lost. Oh, it's right there. You need to get that one, please. Right down there. Pick that one up, please. As long as it's natural seasoning, you can add as much as you want. It's free. You don't have to worry about it. Just, you know, don't add the seasoning that has added sugars and things to it that are not natural. You just literally want it to say exactly what it is. Marjoram, thyme, rosemary, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. That's it. That's all you want. Don't get any fancy stuff. Just get the actual seasonings themselves. Alright, so this looks really good. I'm pretty sure it's ready to go. So I'll make it in the lasagna real quick and we'll get it in the oven just to crisp up the cheese. Hey Amy. Hey Hillary, I saw your message. I'll get back to you when I'm done. So I usually end up wasting ricotta cheese, but this time I was able to find a couple recipes that went back to back. So I'm just gonna like take this. Oh, thank you. Kaden just told me he doesn't like the he doesn't like my sparkles, but so I'm just going to take this and you just kind of like push that down in there, okay? You can do this, like I said, however you want. If I were putting this in a different container, I just would, if I were putting this in a different container, like a flat pan, I would layer it and then add the ricotta cheese and the mozzarella on top and just do the ricotta just as if you were layering it. But since I'm doing it this way, I'm just kind of going to put it in there like this. And like I said, I think just even the ricotta by itself is enough cheese. And usually you would measure the cheese, especially for the fix. But I really don't want to waste this, so I'm just going to put this in here. And I'll just probably try and get the part around it. I had thought about making it separate, but I was like, don't really feel like doing that either. I actually went back to my trauma counselor today, so I got home a little later than planned. I'll be posting about that in a little bit. Alright, so there we go. We do that. Take this out. Take the mozzarella cheese. Just get that on top. You could measure your blue, like, and then put your blue of cheese right on one side, and then let everyone else have the other sides. Well, like I said, I'm just going to take a portion from underneath. Alright, there we go. Hey, Lolita. So, brown rice, lasagna skillet, peppers, red onion, 2 cups of rice, brown rice preferably. Took me a long time to cross over to brown rice. It's mixed ground turkey and ground beef, really lean. And then just garlic and basil, or garlic, oregano, Italian seasoning. I put a little bit of cayenne pepper, sea salt, and pepper. And then mix it all together. It does call for fresh garlic, but like I said, we're not doing it. But I have it. I'm just not going to do it. And a little ricotta and some mozzarella cheese on top. This is way less cheesy than what I used to make for lasagna. That used to be loaded with all the noodles, loaded with cheese, every layer. And then, hey Kim, and I do have some Parmesan cheese, so I'll put that on Ricky's once we take it out, and he can add a little more cheese to it. So now all I'm going to do is put this in the oven. Excuse me. I did turn that off. See, I turned the pan off, or the burner. Oh my goodness, excuse me. And you can see how much it's still boiling because the rock crock really helps to cook it. So you can put this under your broiler just to crisp the cheese up. I honestly never used that. So now he goes to watch the TV while I'm done, right? Alright. So I have the oven at 375, and I'm just going to let that crisp up a little bit, and then we'll be ready to eat. And thank goodness everything was cut and ready to go so that we could just throw that in the oven and get it all mixed together. So I'll post a recipe and the pictures when I'm done, and I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll get back to messages once we're done eating. Alright, bye guys. Night.